What is going on, everyone? I'm sitting here. Can't believe today is the actual day that we're going to be changing the blades on the shredder. So there was a few things that kind of set us back. Um, I had to have a good friend of mine. Um, you can find him on Instagram, Dividing Designs. Zach. We uh, we had to make this. So this is a socket that is used to remove, I think they're called, I don't know what they're called, bearing nuts or something like that. So they are these big washers that this fits into, and then you, yeah, twist them off. So we had to make some stuff to get this thing disassembled. So this had to be fabricated. It still needs to be heat treated. I have a video going up. I don't know. It should be posted sometime this weekend. Um, Possibly on my other channel. I don't know, but that's where we're at right now. So I've got. I don't know if you hear it in the background. This hum going, but that is the battery on my forklift that we are going to be using to, yeah, make this whole thing happen. So this guy right here, he's a little loader, and yeah, hopefully we can, you know, get it going. So what we have here, sorry, what we have here is just a few bolts that need to be removed. There's a couple here. There's a few down over there. There's a few under there. So I'm going to try to cram into these tight spaces and get it done. So got my little toolbox right here that I've kind of created. I don't know if you saw the last video, but this machine, this thing was built. Actually, it was a trivia question when this machine was built, and it was WrestleMania 1 is when that was built. So any of you who got that one right, yeah, it's a few years ago. And I just got to grab gloves. And so the tool kits, maintenance kits, any sort of things that, should exist with, I don't know, any piece of equipment that you buy, anything that you buy, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know, it requires like a toolkit. Like cars, like the old cars that used to, like Mercedes and that kind of stuff, and BMWs, and they used to have like these toolkits. And yeah, you could perform, these, you know, uh, minor repairs on them, but they would have, little sockets or screwdrivers or, uh, like a wrench or something like that. If a light went out, or if you needed, minor repairs, like, well, obviously, if you needed to change a tire, that was a thing. This, this didn't come with an owner's manual. Didn't come with anything. It was like I was visiting a facility. I forget where it was, but it was looking at, you know, this person's particular place and how they, were processing, and I'm just like, okay, this is kind of neat. He's got all the cool stuff, all the machines that, grind and shred and pulverize and compact and bale and all these, these things. And it's just like, I'm just looking at it going, okay, that's too much money. That's too much money. That is way out of my, price range. And he just said, hey, we have this unit available. Da 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 da. It's not doing anything. And so I kind of said yes, not knowing what I was getting into. That's just a whole nother uh, video. That could be a whole video. It could be a whole series, actually. But it was like, okay, we get this machine, and then what? We had no idea how to like fix any of it. We had no idea like what kind of blades, even where to get the blades, get anything, maintenance wise, on this thing. And like even the parts that we had to replace, you're looking at like these spacers. These spacers are just massive, right? Like massive meaning these are a few pounds, like probably a kilogram each. They're solid heat treated steel. But these things have been in this machine forever. And you could see like all the scoring and all the line, like this even kind of has like a cup to it too. Like that's supposed to be flat, but you could see through there, like the little space. See that? You can see through there. These things need to be replaced because they were so worn out. Remember, they're like these are spacers, and so it'd be like spacer, blade, spacer, blade, spacer, and so on. And you have blades that have to, these create the space that the blades can do work in between. Well, these became so thin that the blades would collide with each other. That was a nightmare. So that took a while to figure out, like, what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to do this? But, we have this shredder. It's great. But, there's all these parts that are missing. But, we've got the shredder. So we had to, over the course of, I don't know how many years, just kind of compiled maintenance, because I don't even know why I went off on that tangent. But yeah, so we have like this thing here. This is it's a giant puller. So it's a hydraulic 5-ton puller that we use to like pull the bearings off and everything else. So yeah, we're gonna dig into this and start, pulling the tools that we need to get this thing done. So I give myself enough time so that we're not rushing, but hopefully we can get this done within the hour. So yeah, let's get cracking. So I got to get that lift in place. We got to lift this top off and suspend it in the air and to a safe place that we can put it down on the ground so that we can do work, and then not have a several thousand-pound piece of dangling iron above our heads. Hey, look at this. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it so we can get this thing back up and running, and to our goal of increasing how many times we upload. So again, daily uploads. That's a thing. All right. Let me drive this thing over. Here we go. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, I'm back. I felt like Austin Powers there doing like a 13,000 point turn. So I got the lift in place. So there. And yeah. Hope this is a good angle. Should be. If not, I'll switch it. But yeah, for now, got to just make sure we can get the angle to lift this off. And there's only one, like this cable that you see right here. So that won't be in the way. Everything is, I went around the machine earlier and everything is clear, free, so that we could just lift this right off. We'll articulate it this way and then probably set it down right in this area here. So I'll need some pretty heavy duty straps. Let's see, let's go in our little kit over here. Hey now. This guy has the load capacity of 15,000 pounds. So that's good. Yeah. So here we go. So what we'll do is we'll double it up and you can't create any knots. You can't like tie it, because if you tie it and then you lift, well, that just creates a cinch on it that you can't undo. I don't know. And I find myself thinking while I'm talking, and that's why I have all these kind of odd sentences. Because it's just too much going on in my head to get out. And so I apologize about that. What are they called? Word whiskers? Ahs, all those things. I believe they're called word whiskers, or we used to call them word whiskers. Word whiskers. So, yeah. Let's throw that over there. And this junk up on top. I think that'll do. If not, what we could do is run one hook over here. Yeah, we'll probably do it like this. We'll run one hook like that, and we'll take this one out, run up on the other side. I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah. Okay. What if we did this? And then ran this up and over? So we had kind of like a dual thing going on here. We could do that. So what we'll do is do this. All right. Yeah. Toss that to the other side. All right. So there's these tabs, these lift points that are built in, welded into the machine that I'm utilizing here. And they're very convenient. I just want to try to create a we're gonna have to I'm an idiot sometimes, So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this over to this other point on the other side of the machine, so we're doubling up the strap so that when we lift it, we taking up more. All right, we're in over here. All right, that works. I'm happy with that. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm happy with that. All right. Now let's undo those bolts I was talking about before. These guys. They are not easy to get out, but once you get them going, You're good. Sorry. All right. All right. Only have a few more to go. Let's put these. Got a little tray right here. Bring this with us. Let's see. Very hard to be coordinated and like holding cameras. And you know, this whole thing is new to me. But I'm sure I could get used to it. All right, so these 3 feet, we've removed the bolts. We've got 3 more on the back side over here. So there's something that I've got coming that, cool. Just found some random VHS tape of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Cool. So what's going to be really cool is if I continue to break blades, which absolutely sucks. But if that continues to happen, wow, talk about loud. If that continues to happen, then, you know, we need to figure out a better solution, like a faster solution. How am I going to get under there or around there? Try to climb. Okay, that's not going to happen. We need to find a faster solution on how to you know, swap these blades out. And so I've got some really cool ideas on how to make this happen. This is not easy right now. Like, trying to get a good shot for you guys. Oh yeah. All right. So, of course, I have to write everything down on a cocktail napkin and study up on my YouTube videos and get knowledgeable on all things, metaphysical first. But I think we can get the engineering down on this thing, design it as one of my go-to YouTubers. Fantastic channel, by the way. Is anyone who's interested in aviation. This guy's name is Mike Patey, and this dude is bonkers, off the chart, insane. It's great content. Yeah, he says you have to draft it, build it, test it, and break it. And that's his part of his intro. Guy builds airplanes, and his whole family's involved in aviation. They have Mike and Mark Patey, and Best Tugs is a company that they own. That it's kind of a funny name, but they do have the best tugs. Anyway, these guys, they engineer some of the most wild stuff and then fly it. I mean, my brother told me the other day, he's like, if you don't have to leave the ground, then don't. I come from an aviation background, and anything with wings is amazing. I mean, I was involved with cars and stuff like that too, but man, wheels are good. Wheels are good. Wings are great. And but yeah, so what we're gonna do is nothing comes anywhere near what the Pateys are doing, the Patey brothers are doing. But I want to redesign how this whole thing kind of comes apart, so this process happens a little faster, and we can get to shredding, which is the name of the game. Shredding. We have all of our bolts off. All of our bolts are clear. All of our bolts are clear back there. We should have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 12. We should have 12 bolts. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. Yep, we're good. We're free and clear there. Nothing is plugged in. All the sensors have been unplugged and or have been removed. Yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go to lift this thing. So what I'll probably do is this thing, whenever it encounters like a heavy object, like when we're shredding, say we're shredding a shredder, and it's so powerful, like the carbonized steel of a shredder is so powerful that, well, you've probably seen, I have a video of shredding a shredder. It's like the Inception video. It's like shredding a shredder. And once the blades bite into that shredder, like this thing will torque and it'll actually move. It's on feet here. The whole machine weighs close to 8,000 pounds, and this actually will articulate. So, I mean, it's pretty scary to think something that's supposed to be stationary will actually move, which is very sketch. So, all right. And we can get all this stuff that we have backed up. We can get all this stuff out of there. So, yeah, let's see if I don't know, is that too much with that glare? That glare too much? I could turn it, I could maybe turn it this way. No, that glare is going to be, I'm a horrible camera person. I don't know. Maybe that's not too bad. I don't know. You let me know if you need it changed. But let's get to lifting this thing. Oh, I don't know if that's going to hit. If this is going to clear. Maybe I should push you guys back a little further. How about we come over here, back to this spot. What do I do? That might do. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to pull the lift into this way. We're probably going to turn the machine, pull the machine in this direction, and that's going to require another set of straps. So, okay. Which we have. So it's just like a kit that I put together that was like, okay, so out of these tools, all the useless tools that that we have, it's like, you bring the whole toolkit over, and you only need maybe 5 or 6 tools out of that, but you have this like giant pile of this mess around you of like every hammer known to ever made. You've got 16 screwdrivers, but yeah, anyway, so I've compiled that toolkit of only the necessary tools for the job, like this claw hammer right here. This claw hammer will do absolutely nothing on this machine. It's useless. This machine will eat a claw hammer up. So what do we have in our toolkit? We have a sledgehammer. This sledgehammer, I'm not going to hit this machine as hard because this will actually do damage. This guy, he's great for roofs. He's great for small projects, chicken coops. He's fantastic for chicken coops, that kind of sort and such. This guy, oh yeah, hardened steel. Screwdriver, great for small projects around the house. This screwdriver, this is the screwdriver you need. Actually, that was our MVP from our last episode. All right, so that's that. I'm going to pull this guy in. We're going to jog this guy a little bit, and then we're going to get this whole thing going. So let's move the lift into place. Yeah. There's so much room to work with too. That's the hard part about this whole maintenance process, is that in a facility that you're constantly taking in material, it's very difficult to keep the necessary space open to perform, maintenance, that kind of thing on our bigger pieces of equipment. And it's like that's the hardest. That's the most challenging, I'd say. The most challenging of them all is is sorry to cut myself off, but when we start lifting heavy objects like this, we want to make sure that you're not, gonna, yeah, we've already broken enough stuff. Oh yeah, there she is. So now I'm going to pull her back a little bit. Like I said, we want to jog her a little bit to pull it out a little bit. Nope, she's not going to move. She doesn't want to move. So we'll have to do the strap trick. Not a big deal. We were prepared. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these. I'm going to pull this out. Cinch this on to here. And yeah, that's not going to work. I gotta move it forward. We need a little bit more space to tie that up. That should be good. So what I'm trying to do before I cut myself off is we want to try and get this so that the machine can be kind of self-maintained, something like that. And I'm not going to spill the beans. No beans will be spilt today, just so you know. But we want to again, this can't be, remember, we can't make any knots. You make a knot and you start pulling things that are heavier than cars and trucks around. You're not going to get the knot removed. But yeah, so we want to make a kind of a I don't know, kind of cool, like a self-healing machine. It'd be great. So that's coming next, and I'm going to have that as part of kind of like a kind of comprehensive little thing that we show here. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. All right, so I'm going to double up here. We're going to bring the forks up and tilt. I'm going to bring them up. So at the same time, what we're going to do is we're going to move this blade back, which the strap is going to catch the blade. So we will essentially be moving the entire unit back. Here we go. That works. That's a good couple feet. All right. Let's put her down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's tilted, which is fine. Perfectly fine. All right. So yeah, that whole cinch thing I told you about, what I did is, I don't know if you go to the grocery store, but the way we buy our produce, there you go, is little bag the produce comes in, you throw the fruit in, you know, and everything else. And I usually twist it up and I go around my hand like this and then through, but not, oh wait, how does it go? Of course, well, it's not a bag, so it's kind of difficult to do, but I go like this. So I go around, then I go through and I grab from the other side, right? And pull up. And so that's enough. That won't go anywhere, right? But if you pull right here, it comes undone. I don't. So I'm using what I learned on a little plastic bag that I put my fruits or vegetables in at the grocery store, in a rigging situation, and it works. So like I said, kind of loosely in the last video that we had, it was like, I may have ideas that don't work for you, but I'm only one individual. I have, thousands of people, I guess, watching these videos. Hopefully that grows over time. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of ideas. So leave them in the comments. If you see me doing anything sketchy, besides today, we won't count today. This is very sketchy. This is all sketchy. This is sketchy. This is sketchy. This is me being on YouTube is sketchy. Just kidding. But it's like, if you see something, that I could improve on, if you see a process, if you see, me lifting this and saying, oh, you could lift it doing this, that's a better knot than the produce bag knot trick that, I got a ton of friends who were Eagle Scouts, in the Boy Scouts, right? They were Eagle Scouts, and that it keeps on shutting me off. I don't know why. But yeah. Well, there you are. Weird. Well, I know. Apparently I'm mentioning some names that YouTube may not like, so I will stop that. YouTube has become very interesting over the last few years, let's just say, and that you have to be very conscious of what we say. So let's just try not to go off script. How about that, YouTube? Right? Not my all right. So not my ideal situation, being under these, but we got to make sure that, the feet are free and clear of everything before we start lifting that thing. We waited, I don't know how many months, 8 months. I think it was like 8 months. It was like $4,000. And we installed them. It took forever to install because we didn't have, our maintenance kit where we had the right tools, the right hammers, the right this, the right that. And long story short, it took us like a week to install these blades, and they broke within 3 hours. No guarantees, no warranties. They said they would. They didn't. Yep. It was awesome. Usually a pretty happy dude. I was very unhappy about that. So this should give you a little bit of an idea of the size of things that we're working with now. Me climbing around on this. Who knew that me being a former gymnast would ever come in handy. But I'm climbing over all this stuff all the time. So it does come in handy. Very handy, actually. So let's see if we can... one blade. If we got one blade around it, it's fine. All right, those. Make sure our straps don't get cinched, you know? All right, so we can lift on that. That's fine. All right. All right, here we go. We're gonna lift. And, you know, this stuff hopefully stays on. If it doesn't, blades. That's my goal. All right, here we go. Like I said, this stuff is going to come careening toward me. All right, that'll clear. That's fine. All right. Let's see what we have here. She wants to twist. Yeah, that's the issue. She wants to twist. Maybe I could get a drag line. Get a drag line over there, and I can keep tension on that and lift and pull, lift and pull. So what I'm gonna do is put this around here, and so I will pull as I lift, and hopefully I can get this thing to spin. Yeah. That's as high as we'll go. She doesn't want to come off. So which means we've got to decrease. We got to decrease the space up here. I don't want to leave this thing hanging, but I also want to show you because, you know, this is why you're watching, right? So, all right, so what we got going on here. So we've maxed out our lifting capability, right? Won't go up any higher. So we've got to decrease the space here because whatever space we take up here is the space we increase here. Make sense? So we're going to do that. So I got to drop this thing back down gingerly. And then oh yeah. Yeah, this is wonderful. Maybe if I could get it high enough, maybe just clear this stuff off here. I can put this there. Why don't I do that? I'm gonna sit you guys back here. I think pretty good angle here. Maybe there. That's a decent angle. All right. that's decent. This is the real stuff, though. So what I'm doing right now is, you know, unscripted. It's something we've done a bunch of times, but every scenario is different because the way that our floor space and all that changes. So like this is as real world as you get. Today might be a fail, but that's life. It's, do you come back tomorrow to succeed? That's what you have to ask yourself, right? You've heard it by now. You've seen the, you know, the Instagram posts, you know, all the inspirational stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. It's, you know, it matters the amount of times you get back up. Get all those inspirational quotes, and you know, yeah, you got to stay positive. But honestly, they're just words unless you make them mean something. So that's what it's all about. It's, you know, this is my second time moving those things. You saw that earlier. So it's sometimes you have to backtrack in life, but you backtrack in life, set yourself back up, proper recourse. That's it. You do it. You just do it. What else are you gonna do? You know, in life, you sometimes only have one shot at something. Yes, I agree with that. But for the most part, you could do the same thing, right? What they call the, what is that? The true definition of insanity. True definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. Sorry if this catches the microphone here. So what we had in our shred queue is everything that I'm having to remove right now. And the place, yeah, seems like an absolute mess because, well, obviously it is, but if anyone watching is involved in manufacturing, please contact me. I need the hardest steel. Oh, look at who I found. Look who I found. I don't know if you can see it, but that's it. This is the shredder. This is the shredder buster. This is the largest copier, not printer, copier that I put through this machine. And told me one thing. Don't ever do that again. This is either you can try to shred this, or you can get a bigger machine. And this showed me a little bit of both. Yeah, this is what did it. This is what kicked it off. That guy right there. So yeah, but yeah. Oh Lord, I had it. Alrighty. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to take up the room again. So decrease that space up there. We'll increase our space down here, and hopefully move this over to here. This thing is, I don't know how many pounds. I think it was like 100. It was like 150 pounds or something. Deserved it. All right. So we're gonna let that down. I mean, if there was a way to grab it this way, you know, because right now I'm grabbing it parallel to the blades, so that band wants to twist. If I grabbed it this way, we can get underneath the strap and it wouldn't twist. However, I caught my leg on something. I don't know, maybe I could throw a knot in that thing and take the twist out of it, maybe. Like if I were to do that. If I were to do this, I don't know. Or if I were to grab another strap, but now we're trying to take up the slack. It's all about problem solving. Life is all about problem solving. All I'm trying to do is all the slack needs to come out. So I figured I've got these hooks back here. And that's like the amount of space that the hook takes up. So the hook is like, you know, like 5 inches, which is, you know, however many centimeters that is. I don't know off the top of my head. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we're just trying to take up that room. And those are taking up a fair amount. So let's see if we can lift this and that slack comes out. All right. All right. Well, no, it does not. I mean, there's a fair amount. There's a fair amount of yeah. This is going to be a to be continued, because I'm carrying on with you for, wow, we just passed the 1 hour mark, right? So this might be a two-parter. I just need more room. So what I'm probably going to do is this box right here, I'm going to move out so we could just, articulate that down. But man, so moral of the story is, if you are a professional and you're in manufacturing or engineering, just warranty your work. Really, all it just comes down to. We had someone, to kind of recap, it took 8 months or something like that to get those blades to our facility. It was like $4 or something thousand to do it, right? Meantime, we had all this material coming in. That's why we're buried here. So we had to shut down, we had to close our doors, we had to stay compliant, and make sure that, we didn't keep amassing the amount of recyclables coming in. And it took us forever to swap these blades out. And once we did, like I said, 3 hours, and we had already chipped and cracked and broken a number of blades. And man, it was like the best day of my life. I remember that day so well. Oh Lord, it was awesome. It was awesome. No other day that I'd want, not even a day where you blow out candles, that I'd want, to relive. Of course, I'm kidding. That was a horrible, horrible day. But, you move forward. And so that's where we're at right now. What we're doing is every time a blade breaks, that's when we have to open up the machine. And that's when we have to swap that one blade out. Because, I mean, who knows? You've got like this random event that occurs. So it's like when you break a blade, it's like, okay, that's the blade that needs to be replaced. You could go in and replace some other random blade, and the blade next to it breaks. So, it's you can't gamble like that, because each blade is very, very expensive. So, yeah, that's just where we're at. So, I thank you for tuning in. What we're going to do is we're going to come back with more space and do this the right way, so you guys aren't sitting here looking at me going, all right, dude, all you're doing is giving me anxiety. And I don't mean to, and I apologize for those who have watched and endured. But again, let me just say, this is real life. It's a really good friend of mine. He's actually my guitarist, and he's got two little boys. One of them had the darndest time trying to just draw a simple star. Well, simple because we've drawn stars, right? If you're 15, if you're 20, if you're 25 years old, if you're 30 years old, you've had time to draw a star. At the time, he was like 7 or maybe 9 years old, so he hasn't had a lot of time to draw a star. And man, he tried to draw that one star, and he just got, I threw down the pencil, backed away from the table. I said, whoa, 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 Liam. I said, Liam. I go, no, that star, you are what makes that star come to life. If you quit, that star will never live. So I said, come on up, back to the table. And this worked for him. Maybe it'll work for you. And I'll leave you this little concept. Sometimes our brains get in the way, right? And I told him, take a clean sheet of paper and draw 5 fast stars. As fast, not as fast as you can, but just draw 5 fast stars. And he drew. He's like, no. I said, we're not going over, fashion here. We're going for functionality. I always say function over fashion, because I wear all black. I don't really, you know, go with clothing trends. I just kind of like wear what's comfortable, wear what's not going to snag on anything, and just, what's going to kind of protect, me. Anyway, so we're going for function over fashion here, Liam. Doesn't have to look good. We're just going to try to get your motor function, So, like motor skills or muscle memory, that kind of thing. And so, yeah, he sat down. He's like, nah, that was my best, Liam. And well, he did it. He sat down, boom, boom, boom. He did the first one. It was not a star whatsoever. And it kind of like looked like a stick figure with its arms out. And then, he did another one, and he did another one, and he did another one. And he wasn't thinking. And he did another one. He was just training himself, And yeah, we just continued to do them. And he just got into repetitious kind of mode where he shut his mind off. And then that was it. Dude can draw a star now, like really well. And I haven't seen those guys in a while, but yeah, that's all processes. You have to work it so that your solution is your intended goal. But to get there, you got to make sure you're safe. You got to make sure that the area around you is properly prepped. I thought I could get away with, bulldogging that thing in there, lifting this thing up and remove it, and we all rejoice. But hey, it's real life. I'm not going to butter anything up. I'm not going to lie to anyone tuning in that, oh, this is the glamorous side of running a business and running a um, a shred channel. We want to put as much of this stuff. We want to put as much as this stuff through that machine back there and give you guys content. Who doesn't like stuff getting shredded? So, but problems arise like this thing, and fabricators that have reached out to us and said, oh yeah, we could take care of that problem. And all they do is create more problems. So do it right the first time, right? When you are in a professional capacity to do so. When you learn how to draw a star, and all you do is draw stars, and that's your profession, everyone kind of expects you to be able to draw a star and deliver. So when you say that you manufacture blades, and that's what you do, and you've been doing it for 37 years, I think this company said they've been doing it for, well, you kind of expect this company to deliver. And they didn't. All they delivered was their word, their promise, which fell short of our standards. I was just going to say that. So I'm going to sign off right now. We're going to redesign our floor here, and yeah, we're going to take this thing off. We're going to take this top off. Oh yeah, YouTube. We're going to get crazy. So yeah, that's it for now. And I'll post something in the community and notify everyone. So make sure you've clicked that bell and that you're notified of everything that we're doing. Because again, from here, I plan on taking it up several steps, and to bring you guys along the way to watch what I've got coming next is, oh man, I want you to be a part of it. So hit the notification bell, get people to subscribe. Let's grow this channel. And yeah, let's create a shred army. That'd be kind of cool. Shred army. It's got a nice ring to it. Maybe Shred Nation, but that's probably already taken. All the cool stuff's already taken. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks for tuning in. And That's all I got. I'm trying not to be defeated, but I'm a little defeated. Let's get it next time, though, right? Right? It's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up. So, with that, you guys be good. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on part 3, where we actually get stuff done. Thanks.